Good evening. Thanks for joining us for News 5 after the game on your Sunday night. I'm Maggie Bryan. We are now 29 days away from the November election. County clerks around the state will start sending ballots out to voters this coming Friday. From now until then, News 5 is breaking down every statewide ballot initiative. The measure we're looking at tonight is Proposition 128. This measure seeks to right what some see as wrong with Colorado's sentencing laws. When someone is sentenced to prison, they probably will not serve their whole sentence behind bars. That's because of things like parole eligibility and earned time reductions. The passage of Proposition 128 would change that in some cases. I spoke with those both for and against this measure about how it would impact crime rates. Truth in sentencing.
It's a big public safety measure in my mind.
That's what 4th Judicial District Attorney Michael Allen says Colorado needs.
We just go way overboard in Colorado. When we're talking about reducing a sentence from 16 years down to 8 years, that's too much.
He's talking about the sentencing guidelines Colorado has for violent offenders. As violent crime in the state continues to outpace the national average, Allen says we need harsher penalties.
When we're talking about violent offenses, in my mind, you should keep those people locked up for bigger chunks of their sentence than you should for property crimes or lower level offenders that maybe find themselves in prison.
He's hoping Proposition 128 will offer a solution. If passed by voters, it would require certain violent offenders to serve at least 85% of their sentence before they can be considered for parole or earned time reductions. It would apply to crimes like second-degree murder, sexual assault, aggravated robbery, first-degree assault, kidnapping, arson, and burglary. The law also includes a 3-strike rule, taking away the possibility of parole after a third violent conviction. Let's look at how this would play out for a violent offender sentenced to 20 years in prison. Under current Colorado law, that person has to serve 75% of their sentence before they can be considered for parole. In this case, that's 15 years. But if that person has good behavior or completes certain programs, they can get what's called earned time, which could bring that parole eligibility date down to almost 50% in some cases. Under Prop 128, that same person would serve a guaranteed 17 years in prison or 85% of their sentence. When we talk about victims, if passed, how would Prop 128 serve victims and their families?
So every time we get an offense like this, we meet with victims and we tell them, hey, this is what the potential sentences look like. Here's what they're more likely to get. And by the way, what they're likely to get is going to be reduced by at least half. They feel like they're cheated, right?
We just don't see how creating such a program makes any sense.
Those against Prop 128 argue it would take power away from the Colorado State Parole Board, which decides when to let someone out on parole.
The parole board already has the power and the discretion to determine if someone is a safety risk to the community.
Kyle Giddings with the Colorado Criminal Justice Reform Coalition says he does not agree with taking away opportunities for earned time reductions.
So if we decide to pass 128, it will eliminate a lot of incentives for folks to be working on themselves while they're inside.
Giddings says Prop 128 could cost nearly $60 million each year to keep more offenders locked up for longer.
There's so many social programs we could be investing in that can help folks make sure they have a safe home, a balanced life, instead of investing into building more prisons and keeping people locked up.
The financial impact, if passed, more people will be in prison longer. Does that concern you at all?
Well, I think not to me, it doesn't. If we can make our community more safe, our state more safe, as the governor has said that he wants to do, make it one of the 10 safest states in the country, then let's put violent offenders in custody where they're not going to commit further crimes. Governor Jared Polis has taken a neutral stance on Prop 128. In a Facebook post last month, he said, in part, quote, "In general, I do support tougher sentencing for the worst violent crimes like murder and assault, but I'm not sure micromanaging parole or interfering in judicial discretion is the way to go." He goes on to say, "I think it might be better to have discretion to fit the crime, the victim's input, and the circumstances than to lock it in at 85%, but I'm open to the concept." End quote.